we are talking about prenup.
Ooh, the P word.
This is a sensitive topic for Chad and I because that's what we're going through right now.
Is the prenup a deal breaker?
In those previous relationships, I thought that person was the world to me. I would have never thought that we would have got divorced. And you get to that point where it's fuck you, now I'm finna fuck you.
So I be like, damn, bitch, you is a little crazy.
Phil, get your kid.
But no, I'm still learning and growing.
Marriage is never gonna be 50-50. It's never gonna be 60-40. Maybe you're 10% one day and he's 90%. That has been a turning point for a lot of people.
I think that's the hardest part with some alpha females. We wanna
I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you should ride on.
All right, guys, we are back with another amazing episode of Humble Baddies. You have myself, Big Rail.
I'm Ashley Nicole.
And I'm Alexis Welch-Stoudemire.
If you have not done so, make sure you subscribe to all platforms to Humble Baddies Podcast. We just started and we ain't going nowhere. So make sure y'all tune in. We have the hottest episodes, topics, whatever it is you want to talk about, we talking about it. And we don't have no filter when we do.
None.
Period.
None.
What we talking about today, Real?
So today we are talking about prenups.
Ooh.
And this is
The P word.
Yes, the P word.
The P word.
This is a sensitive topic for Chad and I because that's what we're going through right now. Finalizing our prenup before we,
Okay, so speak on it. What's going
I
on?
mean, we just
what
have
you
to come
got,
to
girl?
agreement. I mean, I came into this relationship with a lot of things, and so did he. So I want to make sure that I'm protected and he's protected. Not only am I, he needs to make sure that he's protected. So I think when I first mentioned the word prenup to him, it was like, what? You want me to sign a prenup? I'm like, yes, it's not bad. And I think people get afraid when they hear the word prenup, like
Or
it's,
offended.
or
Yeah,
offended,
right?
like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a bad thing,
Yeah.
and it's really not. It's just coming to terms to make sure you both are good. If God forbid something happened, if you divorce or whatever.
Absolutely.
So we're going through our little situation right now.
Okay.
Do you feel like is like tension because of that, or do you feel like your feelings are hurt, or feel like some kind of like what
Who,
do you?
mine?
No, I'm just saying like
Oh.
what are some of the feelings that are coming from this discussion of having the prenup discussion?
I think so. My lawyer bring on topics to him, to his lawyer, and it get a little, between the lawyers who have the biggest, but
Yeah.
I think that
So y'all just let the lawyers do the talking. Y'all don't really talk about it.
I
Y'all
try
don't
not to
discuss
bring it. Yeah, I try not to bring it to him without my lawyer being present, or we let our lawyers communicate. But
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I just want to. I'm not asking for nothing crazy. I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't want anything. If something was to happen to us, I just want to make sure everything that I have is protected. And if something does happen, the kids are protected.
And I was going to mention that too. It's not just about y'all; it's about
Right.
the children too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, did you guys sign
Simon?
prenups? And if so, would you be open to discussing? You don't have to go into detail, or also giving me some advice on things to make sure, because I mean, we do have patches where when we do discuss it, it gets a little ugly. Not ugly, but
I signed a prenup, but our situation was very different from you and Chad's situation, because Phil was like the breadwinner, and I feel like he came from a point of protecting himself, but I think we have that stigma of it being the P word because it comes from like that lack of mentality, like not having money at one point and now you have money, so now you just feel like you gotta protect it, but not in a way of like really protection, in a way of like, if this goes bad, I gotta make sure I got mine and I'm good, you know what I mean? And so I feel like it did cause like tension when it came time to talk about it because, I'm all in love and I'm happy to be a fiance and ready to get married. And then when we talked about it, it just felt like he was very it didn't feel like protection. It felt like,
You gonna sign this motherfucking prenup?
yeah, it felt like it came from not a place of love, like, and not a place of like, I'm just trying to do the right thing way. It just felt it felt negative. It felt like a negative energy compared to everything else that was going on regarding getting ready to get married. And, I'm of course like just all in love and just ready to get married. And then when we have these conversations, and I don't think we never really talked about like numbers or anything, but it was the P word. It was just a nasty energy. I felt like whenever we would talk about it. And we did just like talk through our lawyers. We didn't really like talk about specifics, but it just didn't feel good. I just remember like it not being a good conversation and not feeling, I didn't like that conversation. It just wasn't a good time. And, we came to an agreement through our lawyers. And I was just so glad to be done with it because it didn't feel like a place out of love. It didn't feel like he was genuinely just trying to protect what he had. I mean, I had a little bit, I was trying to protect what I had too, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel like love to me.
I think that's the issue. I feel like people think prenups is just only protection. It is protection, but it also
Like
covers
not just one way.
Yeah, it's not just one way. And I think people just look at it, it's just the lack of knowledge, just thinking, oh, it's a prenup. I'm going to make sure all my things are taken care of. But a woman who comes in that doesn't have anything, if they been there for years and years and years, they can ask for a lot of things too. It covers them as well. And I think people don't know that.
Yeah.
So they just hear prenup and they thinking, oh, this person just want to take all their money. And
but see, I too think that the people, I can only speak from my experience, right? And so my husband is a retired NFL player, and I feel like the people around them teach them to guard their money. Like that's what they're like, their financial advisors, their agents, like everybody around them is like, yeah, that's cute, you getting married, but you need to do this, and that. And that's why I feel like, he was just doing what he was told and what he knew to do, which was like, protected, but not protecting in a way of, like I said, where it seems like you're taking care of business and it's out of love, and you know what I mean?
Right.
It just felt very like, this is business, and like, it just was not. I just
like
did
it
not
was
like
just a business. Sign this shit before. We get
and I really feel like it's because of the people around him, how they talk about money with them, And it's like, I'm glad he does have great financial advisors and stuff like that, and people that are looking out for him. But I do feel like the conversation around prenups, we need to learn how to talk about money in the prenup situation a little bit better, because I feel like we could have did a lot better. But we got through it, but it was a little icky. It was real bad.
But look at y'all now.
Look at us now. We good, and I got something to protect now.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I'm glad we did sign what we signed or whatever. So yeah, we got through it, but y'all, it wasn't cute.
My situation was with my ex-husband. He came with a lot of money young, and he was drafted out of high school and like that. So everything just started building up. Then he signed contracts. Before we were even married, we had children. So it was always business, because it was like thinking about, all right, the home, the mortgages, the children, the tuition in the future. So we had children before we got married. So I feel like our prenup was in place for the what if, and hence that's my ex-husband. And low key, I didn't have a lot coming to the table, but I also was the mother of his children. Therefore, I was safely protected because there was a prenup in place. So when it ultimately was time for divorce, this was already laid out. This is what, and then there was like incentives like for staying longer and post-nup opportunities and things like that. But it was a protection for me to even come into the table with not much, obviously compared to him, but we accumulated so much during our marriage and our union. And, once you start having the children and other assets and things are building up, I felt like it was very neutral for both of us, just because now in hindsight, the children have places for both of us to live comfortably. They are still like living their lives comfortably, like how they would be with both of us under one household. So it was definitely business transaction. It was a lot of that. It was uncomfortable, but I feel like I was already prepared for that. Like I knew it was coming, like, you know, but I was also in that space of planning the wedding, getting, you know, I'm finally getting married, because I was on the other side where I wasn't like in a rush to get married, because we already had, I joke and say we had 3.5 kids before we got married, because I was pregnant when we finally got married with the 4th. And so it was like, okay, all this was already in place. Like kids are already in school, kids of, you know, we travel, we already have built this lifestyle up. So I feel like it was a little easier by the time we got married, but then we were so many years in, he was so many years in the league, you know, things like that. So it was fine, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when it's time to get divorced, these lawyers don't know you.
Right.
They don't know the pillow talk. They don't know what you guys have agreed upon. They don't know that you've accumulated all this wealth throughout. They just look at that piece of paper and they're like,
so were you happy
this
with
is
the
it.
divorce, with the prenup? You know, once you got divorced, do you feel like it was fair? Do you feel like
I'm never going to think it's fair, to be honest with you. But at the same time, my kids are good.
Yeah.
And I always look at it like this: God is going to always provide.
Right.
And I can say that very comfortably.
Yeah.
So that was okay with me. I mean, you know, there's different favors, you know what I mean? But to be completely transparent, like we good, we straight. My babies are good. And that, I think that is the number one, you know, thing that was like a huge issue for both him and I, was like the kids, and making sure, because I'm around them a lot, you know, making sure I'm good, I'm healthy, and we're
But
straight.
the thing about it, they're always going to be good.
They're always going to be good.
Because of the father. I mean, your ex-husband is
very active.
Very active. So
Absolutely.
put them, you knew who you married. You knew what type of father he was going to be.
Absolutely.
So just focusing on you, do you feel like it was fair for you?
I don't think
situation?
it's bittersweet, because I always say like this, you know, technically in the leagues, they have 401ks. Being a girlfriend, I don't have a 401k.
Right.
So like I had to rebuild my credit being divorced now. I had to, you know, things were getting paid quickly and not, you know, it was just like a lot of things.
So
that
you didn't
had to
get
redo.
you couldn't get a portion, because I know in the military, if you're married so many years, you're entitled. There's no.
After so many years, yes. But I'm saying, like, they're not clocking those girlfriend hours.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no benefits for that.
Yeah.
The medical benefits, they're not clocking that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so all that time and all that stuff you put in beforehand, for what? You know?
Yeah.
Out of my heart. Out of your heart, when it comes down to the lawyers and that dollar.
They don't care about that.
It ain't out your heart. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
do you wish you would have got married sooner?
I do and I don't, because I wasn't pressing. I wasn't the girl that was like, this is my wedding book. This is what I'm going to have. And I ended up having a beautiful wedding, like fairy tale, and don't regret one penny of it. But at the same time, like, I don't regret it. It was all in God's timing.
Yeah.
All of this, you know, the courting, the pre everything, the wedding, the marriage, all of that. But guess what? You know me, I tell y'all all the time, I will get married again. And
Let me ask you a question.
So I was gonna say, I think I know what you have to ask me. Go ahead.
Would you swing that old thing back?
No, I would not. Been there, done that, and I hit it first.
Ooh,
so no, I'm just talking.
Don't act like
I
that.
love him for life. I'm gonna always have that friendship and that relationship with him. We are linked for life because of our children. We got graduations, we got walking down the aisles, we got many things that are ahead of us. So
whoever
he
tried
will
to come
always be in my life.
Right. Whoever try to come in, they gotta deal with you too.
Well, of course, and I welcome it, because again, my children are older, so they can communicate. They're not replacing a mom. If whoever I end up with is not replacing a father,
right?
We're both very active parents. So at the end of the day, like, it's extra, it's bonus, it's extra love. And I trust him, my ex-husband, I trust him enough to pick the right woman too.
Right.
And they have their legacy and their what they have to look forward to for them to build on their own.
Yeah.
We've started and created this. We have beautiful memories and love, and she's gonna understand that too, and vice versa.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Yes.
Is the prenup a deal breaker? What if Chad is like, I don't want to do a prenup. At the end of the day, like, love is love. I want to be with you forever. What you gonna do?
Dun, 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 dun.
We need an answer.
Well, I guess we'll just be dating forever.
Okay.
I've been married before. He's been married before. So I just don't like how it is. I mean, you know, going through marriages and going through the divorces.
Yes.
I didn't like the outcome.
I don't like it
And I
either.
invested a lot of money and just walked away from a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
I'm getting older and I just have a different, you know, thought process when it comes to this.
To
Yes,
marriage.
business is involved in marriage.
Mhm.
I don't care what people say. It's not just love.
I agree.
When you come into the table and bringing a lot to the table, you have to make sure that you're taken care of because
It's a contract.
It's
Yeah.
a contract.
Yeah.
Everything has
sometimes,
contracts.
you know,
Yeah.
in those previous relationships, I thought that person was the world to me. I would have never thought that we would have got divorced. And you get to that point where it's like, fuck you, and now I'm finna fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so, if that was the situation, we would just probably, if he didn't want to sign one, we would probably just forever date.
Okay.
I would get
Alright.
married again, and I would be open to a prenup
Okay.
again.
All right. Well, I don't plan on getting a divorce, so hopefully I never need to use my prenup. But
I agree.
You ain't getting no divorce. Y'all together forever.
we are together. He's
Forever.
stuck.
He's stuck for life.
He's stuck. Okay. He's stuck with me for life.
I love that for y'all.
But as far as I don't think that's an issue with us, because like I said, it's nothing crazy that we're asking each other for. It's just making sure we're all taken care of.
And y'all are two very successful people.
Mhm.
So it's smart. You know, y'all got to take y'all time and work it out just like any other
I agree.
business agreement.
That's what
That's
I would
true.
say. That would be my advice. Would be take your time. Like,
Yeah. And
make
that's
sure
what we
you
doing.
get
People-
educated on
Listen,
it. Read
people
about
be
it.
rushing. Why y'all ain't married yet? Why
Don't
y'all like
rush.
And what is it to y'all?
damn, golly.
They are not in the bed with y'all, by the way.
Right.
Not at all. I'm like, damn, can we get everything? I mean, Serenity was not playing. She, you know, it happened what grown folks do. I mean, she came, but she's a blessing. But still, like, I don't want to rush into a marriage. So
And don't.
I
Yeah.
love it. I mean, we're taking our time. We go through things. Every
Mhm.
couple does,
Mhm.
but we want to make sure it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
And
And,
then-
and going through things is very normal and very natural and very healthy too, by the way.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be always perfect.
And it's good to have two different households because when I get tired of his ass, I go to Tampa.
She's like, bye.
But
Low key,
we
I'm
have-
not
we
mad
have
at that, by the way.
No, I'm not.
I'm not mad at
it.
that.
I love this lifestyle. I mean, because you don't have to deal. Like, I feel like us being in two households and we just, I can pick up.
You have
drop
an
my-
outlet.
Yes. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give you some time. I'm going back home.
Yeah.
But we barely have that. But I mean, it's good. I love it. The only issue I have right now that is like cringing is planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Just have a planner do it all and just show up. I feel like that's probably like,
Finding a dress.
I got
No,
you on the
that's
dress.
You think so?
yes, let's take a trip, bitch. Let's go
Yes.
to Paris.
Oh,
Let's go and
I'm
like make a
serious.
whole
So
trip
like
of
the
it.
dress, it's the whole fun thing. Like when I happened to be in New York during all of this. So I did go, there was actually Bridal Fashion Week.
Uh-huh.
And so all the top designers are there from local
Oh,
to.
I got invited to Bridal Fashion
So
Week. I
you
didn't
gotta
know.
go. I'm saying embrace it because it is a special time. And I ended up choosing my dress from these Australian designers. Shout out to Jay Anson. It was a champagne colored, beautiful dress that I told them what I wanted. And I was actually, I think about 3 or maybe 4 months pregnant with Elijah when I was looking for dresses and having a wedding date for the end of June. So like
Okay.
everything was
So could you see your little bump?
so when they fitted
okay.
me, because they had to fit me and build like a mold or a cast, and then bank on me losing so much weight for me to get in this dress 6 weeks later from having birth. So I gave birth to Elijah in May, and we got married in June. So like here in Miami too. So like I did it though. Like I snapped back with the 4th, and got in that dress, baby. But it was flown from Australia. They literally sewed me in there. And the way it was designed was it was corseted also. So then that way it was like adjustable for me. So, but I loved the whole experience. And I was never the girl that wanted this wedding, this, that, this, or whatever. But then when it was time, and I was like, oh, this my budget? Ooh.
Oh, so you went all out.
You went all out.
We had a good fucking time.
Yeah.
And like, the wedding was a good time. And you see, I'm like lighting up about it because it was beautiful. Like
it was a celebration.
It was a celebration. And people, like a lot of our family members hadn't dressed up like that in a long time. We took elements from dope events like the Met Gala and all these dope dinners so we brought all this beauty to our family. So like the wedding is good. Like make sure, I don't know who's gonna be like the bridezilla, groomzilla, or whatever, but make it about y'all.
I can see Chad being a groomzilla.
I could see it too, but make it about y'all.
Y'all gotta have some McDonald's there for him.
The kids will have McDonald's.
He's gonna request McDonald's.
No, we're definitely not having
Just have a good time. That's all I gotta say. But
we're gonna have a good time. He talking about coming down on a white horse. I'm like, this, you really want this all about you?
He's a groomzilla.
Yeah.
Chad the groomzilla.
I'm excited.
It happens.
We do have to plan it. Chad, we are going to Paris. The reason why, because I have to find a dress. Don't ask me no more questions. I just need some money to cover us. Yeah. And we good.
Okay. Ooh, I can't wait.
That's that.
As far as weddings, oh my goodness, we're going into, because
yeah, speaking of weddings, right?
Y'all both had amazing weddings.
My wedding was nice, but it was a lot of drama. If I could do it again, I would have like 10 guests.
You can do it again.
You can
How many
like
years are you in field now?
7.
Oh, y'all
We're coming up on 8. We're coming up on 8.
And 7's a big number too.
Yeah, that's
in
why I said
the 7-year itch.
Yeah.
Did we make it?
That's
we
the
was
thing.
a little bit a while ago.
Look, that's the thing, Ashley. I was going to talk about before we get into the whole wedding thing. What advice? Because I know you over the hump now. Because I feel like year 5, 6 is when things just start. You start bumping heads, and I don't know if you experienced it. Like y'all just, it's just like something is there. And what advice can you give marriages that are experiencing that? Because I think I probably would have still been married if I would have had some good advice instead of like being stubborn and walking away.
Well, like you said, I think it's smart to have like other couples around that are married or have been married, just to bounce off your thoughts. Like sometimes you really just need somebody to talk to. And I'm not saying like run and go tell all your business.
Correct.
Right.
But sometimes you need advice from other married couples who have been there, who've done that. So I would say that's one of the things that I do. Find a couple that you trust, a mentor who's been there, and just, somebody that you can confide in, that ain't gonna go run and tell your business. I would talk to somebody. And then I think really just sitting down, like me and Phil really, when we were, it was a time I feel like we were kind of bumping heads, and nothing was really like nothing really happened. It just, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. We weren't on the same page.
Right. Which happens.
Yeah. And we really just had to sit down and hash it out. I mean for hours, like just sit and really talk and get to the bottom of things and come to an agreement, and know at the end of the conversation, it's a compromise. At the end of the conversation, it's a solution. It's not us walking away confused or not on the same page. We know at the end of this conversation, we're on the same page no matter what. We need to be able to say how we feel, get it off our chest, and come to, an agreement where we feel like we're going to love each other through whatever the issue is that we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, I'm still learning and growing like every day, every year. I feel like I'm the problem for real.
Really? No, you ain't. Because he know how to deal with your ass.
He does know how to deal with me. He does. And thank God, because I mean, Phil ain't perfect, but I'm the problem. Like I really
You the only female there.
Girl, sometimes I'll be like, damn, bitch, you is a little crazy. I don't know how he be putting up with me.
Get your kids. Phil, get your kids.
Get your children. Get your
children.
children. But no, I'm still learning and growing. Like, and I'm still taking advice.
Constant.
Yeah.
Good for you to like really humble yourself, humble baddie.
Yeah.
Humble yourself to be like, you know what? I need some help. Like, I need some advice. This is not working right now. I need some help in talking it through, because I feel like, you know, marriage is never going to be 50-50. It's never going to be 60-40.
Yeah.
It's going to always, maybe you're 10% one day or 1 month and he's 90% or whatever. So I feel like that has been a turning point for a lot of people, because I know a lot of people didn't make it through COVID, for example.
Yeah.
You know, not knowing their partner.
Stuck in the house.
Or they're, you know, just
you know what it is
clashing.
for me and
tough.
like the people I'm around, you know, the athlete wives, the whole thing where the guy retires and now they're
That's
home.
another thing, yes.
Because that's like a whole transition period.
That's
like,
a transition period.
Yeah, with
that's
the guy
right.
being home and they are trying to like transition and figure out, you know, what they're doing now. And then me having to get used to Phil
That's a
being
big deal.
home. Like I thought he was gonna have a little tough transition, but it was really me.
It was really,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
you transitioned when he retired.
Yeah,
I see.
I had to transition.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's a very hands-on father and I didn't realize how hands-on he was going to be. You know, I had a whole thing going, how I run the house, how I deal with the kids and everything. And he came home and he was like, yeah, we're not doing that no more. We're doing it like this. And I was like, wait a minute.
Exactly. Don't be coming in here and changing up.
And we was clashing and we was bumping heads. And then, you know, I had to realize like, oh, okay. He is the man of the house. This is my husband. He's my leader, you know, and he's right. You know what I mean? I had to really learn to
pipe down.
Yeah, good for you.
I had to sit my ass down.
Yeah, good for you, Ash.
He sat my ass right on down.
Yep.
And, you know, I learned and we good. I adjusted, you know what I mean? And I think that's a part of marriage too, like adjusting. Yeah.
Yes.
The train.
Yes. In agreement.
Like, yeah, that's true. And I think that's the hardest part with some, especially alpha females. We want to butt heads.
The whole submit word.
Yes. But I'm learning.
Good.
That's one thing. I'm learning to pipe down and sit my ass down and go with the flow.
Because you are bossy.
I am.
You are.
Girl.
How?
You're
For
bossy.
real?
With a capital B.
I am.
Yes, bitch.
You
You are.
are.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Sharelle is bossy
Am I-
with a capital B.
I wouldn't say bossy. I would say I'm very direct. I wouldn't say that I'm bossy because I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care.
This bitch is bossy.
Give me an example, Ashley.
Please, Ashley. Yes.
You walk in the room, nah, we're not doing that. Nah, we're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like, girl, yes.
If it makes sense.
And you want things a certain way right now, too. Like, very on it.
I think that's
Is that assertiveness? Is that what you
It's very assertive. I think.
AKA boss.
Bossy. And you are a boss.
A bossy bitch.
But I feel like, I don't know, bossy. I think.
Call Chad right now.
Y'all calling my ass out right now. Hold on.
You
Let
are.
me ask Chad, am I bossy?
Ask Chad. You are bossy.
Am I bossy? Oh, I need to.
If he says no, he's just saying no so he can get something tonight. That's it.
I'm bossy? Damn.
I'm bossy. I'm the one.
Baby.
All right, come on, let's go.
Baby. Okay, I have Ashley and Alexis right here.
Right,
Hey,
praise
friend.
God.
That's my calling. Am I bossy?
Are you what?
Am I bossy?
Yeah, you try to be. I kind of let you get away with
Period.
that anyway, though. Until I got to put my foot down, let you feel like you're running the show.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Dang,
Exactly.
Yeah, you be trying to, flex your little muscles a little bit.
I'm trying.
That's good.
See?
I mean,
Thank
that's
you,
the whole-
Chad.
that's-
Thank you. She's sitting here talking about she ain't bossy.
Oh yeah, she be trying.
I know she be trying it.
Make her feel like she run the show.
But sometimes you got to tell her to sit her ass down, though, right?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have.
What,
We
bye?
know. We know,
Chad,
Chad.
please.
We know.
Bye.
See?
Damn.
So, yeah.
Okay.
all right.
You believe us now?
I'll work on that. If y'all say I'm bossy, I'm gonna work on that. Going into 2025,
It's nothing wrong with being bossy. It's just, as long as you know how to talk to people and you're a sweetheart at the end of the day.
I was
so
about to say,
it balances itself out.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
low key, you're a boss in so many ways too. So it's like it's a leadership bossy. It's also like I want to ran this way bossy. Like this is how it should be from experience.
Like Chad said, he knows how to handle you.
right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
all that matters.
Well, I mean, I was born on National Boss Day, October
God.
16th.
See what I'm saying?
God.
It make it make sense, and she
God.
just did. So hence why we said no.
All right, enough about me, you guys. Enough about me. I want to go into this wedding.
Yes,
Weddings,
girl.
like why
That was
so
fun.
many? Okay, have
There's
y'all
a lot
noticed?
going on with these
People
weddings.
spend a lot of money
Yes.
on baby showers,
Yes.
and
the
don't end-
reveals.
reveals,
Let's start with the
everything.
and they don't end up getting married. I mean, they spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on these baby showers. So
Maybe that's their celebration.
So is the goal though these days to get married or not? Because I feel like, back in the day, that was the goal. Like everybody, that was on the list, the check marks. But nowadays, it doesn't really seem that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just wondering, are people having the big baby showers instead of the big weddings, or is it just in addition to?
or is it just for a show?
I think like I feel like what's going on with the marriage trends, and this is coming from someone who's been married and divorced and now dating. I feel like women are at a space where they're like, I don't need a man too. ... Whatever that is, right? Back in the day, women couldn't even get a credit card unless they were married to a husband using his credit. They couldn't get a house. They couldn't get a car. They couldn't, even really low key, you needed permission for a woman to work from her husband. So it was beneficial to women to get married.
Right.
Now it's
so much.
not so much. And I'm not saying don't get married. I'm a lover, get married. Please get married. I'm for it. I just feel like women have gotten to a space where they're comfortable with whether it's, raising children by themselves, because it's a trend out there called single mom by choice. I know women who have decided, I don't have a partner. I don't have to be married to have kids.
Right.
So let me go so the social norm has shifted, because back in the day, if you had a baby without being married, now you the hoe, or it's
Yeah.
out of wedlock.
Right.
So like, women are being and men too, just being more assertive with what they're into, what their choices are. And my choice is to do this, this, and this. And how is this beneficial? It's expensive to raise children. It's expensive to have these weddings. It's expensive to have baby showers. So like that takes planning and communication. So like, I don't know. I just feel like the trends of that. So maybe the celebration is, let's turn up for the baby, since this is a life milestone. Let's spend some money on a baby shower or
Now,
whatever.
Lex, I
and
think
then
you're
at the
giving a
wedding.
political answer. These motherfuckers ain't thinking like that. These motherfuckers are
The
out
ladies
here
are-
spending. Do you look at these Instagram? These people ain't talking
It's
like
prom. Start with prom. People are going out for prom.
they are.
They
And
are.
who are they? Us.
Us.
Our people who ain't taught to spend their money wisely.
I
We out
agree.
here spending hundreds and thousands
And
of
that
dollars.
could be the baby's tuition.
Exactly.
Yeah, I ain't say it though.
Let me tell you.
It's crazy. They ass ain't
It is
sitting down
definitely
talking about
us.
less than.
But I'm just saying,
Okay.
I'm just saying with the weddings and all that, like, and baby showers and spending it, maybe that is the bar right
Okay,
now.
y'all have multiple kids. I mean, I do super chick got more than me. But did y'all have 3 and 4 baby showers?
No.
Girl, I had country baby showers, even with money.
With the
I had-
meatballs? With the meatballs?
Yes,
the
I ain't
baby
have all
shower
that
meatballs?
extravagant shit.
Okay. So
No, I did not.
So is it acceptable, like, or whatever, to
don't.
have, like, on your 5th baby? Like, are
Please
we
don't.
having a big baby shower?
No,
No.
we'll sprinkle
And are
you.
we-
It's called
yeah.
a baby sprinkle. We will either go to brunch and send you some flowers, but you should have it right by now. Like,
Yeah.
come on, by the 4th and 5th.
Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all need to say
Shut it
something.
down.
And I didn't even
Baby
want no
clothes.
baby shower for Serenity. My Joanna them gave me a baby shower at the office, and I'm like, "What? This is not me." They had pictures and all this bullshit. I'm like, "What is this?" Like, that's not me. I'm not. That
I just don't
person.
think you should. Like, it's great to
No,
celebrate.
the only thing I would do now, if
What?
I'm not getting pregnant ever again.
What?
But if I was to, if I was to have gotten pregnant, I would do the baby
Reveal?
baby moon. Is it
A
called?
baby
Oh,
moon?
baby moon.
Yes,
Yeah.
the baby moon.
I
Yeah.
did the baby moon.
That's like
That's
going on a
cute.
vacation, right?
Yes.
Cute little vacation. I do
Yes,
that.
like right before the baby comes, you
Yes.
have the baby moon.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. It's so
Yeah.
many new things now because we didn't do the gender reveal. Remember, like we
Yeah,
No.
they going all out for these damn gender reveals.
Yeah, you gotta have the plane fly over with the color smoke.
they didn't they
No.
didn't put the forest on fire. Some of them like it's getting out of hand. It's getting
It's
out of hand.
crazy. They got
Everything
a
is
whole
for the
private
gram.
plane.
It's all for the gram.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
can't do it.
vacation.
It's a whole show. I ain't
they
gonna lie
was-
though, if I got pregnant, I would do something like that.
They was showing out when them PPP loans was in. Oh, you see, listen, you seen some crazy shit. I was like, where they do that at? Golly, they was
doing the most with
they
the
was doing the
PPP
most.
loans.
They had some brilliant ideas when them PPP loans was coming out with the
Everything.
gender reveals.
Yeah, because I feel like low key the gender reveals kind of started around COVID too, because you
They
couldn't
did.
with
You
social
couldn't go
media you
nowhere,
couldn't go
yeah.
anywhere, so like you turned up at the house, but you put it on the gram or put it for everyone to see, so that way they could feel like they there. So that and like. I feel like there was another thing like with the kids' graduations, how they decorate the bed, like
yeah.
what college they're going to, like
Those
just
are
all
cute.
these
Now,
the
I
drive-bys.
would put money into, going into college and decorating that. Now them damn proms.
The
Now,
prom
the
is
prom
out
is
of
crazy.
They show out here too. They known to
Oh,
show out
Miami
here,
is
baby.
known. Miami is known
Yeah.
for showing out. Like they have the most extravagant proms. I'm like, how the fuck they rent this?
They have like the
expensive.
pre-prom party.
The party
Yes,
at the crib.
it's like a whole show before you
Like
go
what
to the
happened
prom.
to just coming over to somebody's house and everybody
Giving the
take pictures,
corsage.
and then you jumping into an extended limousine.
yeah, and then you go to dinner real
Remember
quick.
the limousine? They don't
At
even have
Maggiano's.
limousines
Yeah,
no more.
I wish I would. I
It's
told-
Lamborghinis. They went from limousines to Lamborghinis. Like, what are we doing?
That's crazy these days, these kids.
I don't know.
Custom dresses and
Every year got to have a new
props.
car. Yes, the dresses cost more than the wedding dresses.
Yeah,
me
that's
tell you.
crazy. My mama wasn't gonna do that.
Oh, my mama wasn't either.
No.
that's hilarious. But yeah, people are just splurging on life, I guess life now, like whatever that is.
But you know what? It's only
not mad at
our
that.
people. This is the thing. I mean, it's funny, but it's not because it's only our people. You don't see these white kids out here
Yeah, I
spending
don't
all
see
this
them
damn
doing
money
that.
on this shit.
That
Like, why
prom
are
money
we
is
investing
spent
so
there.
much money for a show when we can be putting that money towards that college intuition or something? Like,
Yeah.
getting them something. We throwing all this money for nothing for a show.
I don't know. I disagree.
What you mean
Because
you
if you
disagree?
look up, go start looking up like the Southern, like Alabamas and all this.
I'm from Alabama.
I
Shit,
know
we
that.
wasn't
That's what
doing
I'm
no
saying.
shit like
you
that.
haven't seen these. You haven't seen the girls like in college right now that are like, they're talking about what they're wearing. Like they have the Van Cleefs and the Cartier.
It's a difference. You
Like-
said they're in college. I'm talking about these damn high schoolers. You pouring all this money into
Okay,
a
let me
prom.
take you back to the Midwest. The Midwest, they have these big old, I think they're called mums. We got to pull that up and let y'all see. But they had these huge, like they had these huge ribbons that when you get asked to homecoming, they can be upwards in like $400, $500. Like my Ray was telling me about this. But they're these huge things that you wear at school just for like one day to say, hey, I'm going to homecoming. So like,
But this
they're
is
getting-
something new, right? Or this been going on
No, this has
for-
been going on for years.
No.
So it's just tradition.
But 400, 500. I'm
They're
talking
spending
about,
a ton of money.
These-
and this is not the
Did
dress.
you see what's going on in Miami?
Yes.
You see what's going on. Ain't
Yes.
no, these are
And you're like,
thousands,
where you going to college?
$20,000 they
Yeah.
spending on these parties.
I agree.
That's
they got
crazy.
everything going on.
I'm not doing it.
It's like
Me
everybody
either.
in the neighborhood's going to prom.
You better take your ass to work talking about you want a damn big ass graduation party and going to the
Yeah, as y'all graduating, half these kids don't know how to read. So I heard.
That's rough. Wait, not you. I cannot
Well, my
do
mama
that.
is in education,
What,
and that's what she be
pop your
saying.
mouth.
I gotta show y'all though. But these kids do be going out for prom. They do.
cannot. I can't do it. I'm sorry. All right, y'all, because this damn money talk is driving me crazy. Who got the Humble Baddies mail? It's time for some Humble Baddies.
I do. I have the Humble Baddies mail.
Ooh, Lex, it must be something
go. What
sexy
we
because you
got?
I
bring
don't
out
know
that
yet. Let me
sexy voice.
see. Let me see. No, I just want to say thank you guys for submitting Humble Baddies mail. You can submit your Humble Baddies mail that we will take a look at humblebaddies.com. Please let us know what's on your mind, on your heart.
And we
you
gonna
know?
answer it.
Say it with your chest. We will answer it.
And we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
No.
Period.
Here we go. All right, ladies, y'all ready for this one? Okay, this one says, "Hi, Humble Baddies.
Hey, Humble Baddie.
My name is Carol from Birmingham, Alabama."
Alabama.
What's up, Carol? Question for all of the ladies. Question for all the ladies. After I Am Woman ended, what did you learn from that situation that had you go about doing differently of Humble Baddies? Also, are any of you friends with or cordial with the other ladies? Ooh.
So, what was the question? What did we learn from?
Yeah, after I Am Woman ended, what did you learn from that situation that had you to go about doing Humble Baddies differently?
I think I can answer that. I think with Humble Baddies, I Am Woman was, ran by Michi and Brandon. So it was, they had all the choices. I think when I came to Ashley and I was like, Ashley, we need to start a podcast. People are coming. If I'm coming to something and I see a vision and we see visions, it's not about me and it's not, just what I have to say. I want to know it's all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not my show, it's not Ashley's show, it's not Alexis' show.
Yeah.
We collectively come together and put in ideas and it's what makes it better. I mean, everything's not going to be perfect. We probably going to get on each other's nerves, but we respect each other's opinion and we hear each other out.
I agree.
So, and we're comfortable with the topics and whatever we discuss. It's not just, oh, we're going to talk about this because I said so. Not saying that that's what was given over there, but it's just, we are a group.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is our show. It's not a one-person show.
And it's three of us.
It is.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I Am Woman was a great platform and we
Absolutely.
saw how big it was and we saw the potential in it.
Absolutely.
And so I think seeing that, we felt like there was so much growth that we could have seen and done. And we were like, we need to expand on that and do it our way and do it in a way that feels authentic to ourselves. And people were asking for it. So
Yeah, they was
Absolutely.
asking. They was like, y'all need to come back out. I'm like,
Absolutely.
okay, shit. Ashley, what we trying to do? Let's run it.
So they were asking, so we got to give y'all what y'all want. But we are still cordial with all the
Absolutely.
ladies from I Am Woman. They are friends. They are family. Our kids play together. We see them around all the time.
Absolutely.
We see them at events.
Same schools. I was just on a vacation in Brazil with Michi, actually. So and
Michi
Kiafa
was at our last event.
Yeah, Michi comes to our events.
Kiafa support us.
She just, we support each other and everything. We love everybody. So
who else was part of it? It was
we were Asia.
Oh, Asia. Yep.
Asia
Still.
Terica.
I wasn't there
Marty.
with Terica.
Oh, you was. Yeah, Terica was
But
coming
shout
from
out
Houston.
to Terica. It was just a beautiful time, and it was a great experience. I'm grateful for Brandon and Michi because I didn't know that I could be in front of the camera. So low key, this gave me a platform to really open up my voice. And they saw something in me that I didn't even know I had in me. So I'm grateful for them for that and just grateful for the experience because I got to meet Sharelle and your growing baby bump, things like that. Ash I already knew, but I did that off of Ashley and Kiafa, just really being comfortable around them off camera. And then now to where we are today, just because I did meet you and saw your work ethic and her bossy ways. I was like, Sharelle, a bitch, like a boss bitch. Sorry, a boss bitch.
I didn't know none of y'all when I first came.
It's okay. You showed up.
They did not like me, y'all. They
I
hated my ass.
I did. I saw that. I was like, yo, I did. And so
now y'all can't get rid of me.
Exactly. and I love you for life. So I appreciate that. And so, we're good.
No matter what, we're all still
Started
a family.
from the bottom, now
We here. But ladies and gentlemen and humble baddies all over, thank you so much for tuning in with us today.
Yes.
Please, ladies, let us know how they can get a hold of us. How can they see us more?
I'm Ashley Nicole on all social media platforms.
I am Sharelle Rosado _. You can follow me on my TikTok be jumping, my Instagram, my Twitter, what is now X, everything. Sharelle Rosado _ Big Real.
Yeah. And I am Alexis Welch-Stoudemire. What is it? AKA Big Lex.
Sexy Lex.
AKA Sexy Lexi. And you can find me on Instagram. I think that's the only place I'm at. So at Lex_A_S.
Make sure you guys follow, subscribe to all social media platforms,
Yes.
Humble Baddies Podcast. Keep going. Those numbers are going up. And we thank you guys for all your support. Until next time, we out this bitch.
Thank you.